At the end of this video, you'll know how to handle a Scrum team without a product owner. You'll know how to have an effective Scrum team, even if you don't have a product owner. Let's read one of the emails I recently got talking about the problem. I'm currently working with a Scrum team for which management has decided that there's no need for a product owner. The team is responsible for requirement gathering, scope definition, and backlog creation. No product owner has been appointed to these teams because it was determined that these projects are too technical to require such a role. How do you handle this situation as a Scrum Master, an Agile coach, or a member of a Scrum team? As per the latest version of the Scrum Guide, the Scrum team consists of one Scrum Master, one product owner, and developers. Within a Scrum team, there are no sub-teams or hierarchies. It is a cohesive unit of professionals focused on one objective at a time, the product goal. So by definition, you don't have a Scrum team. You're not using a Scrum framework simply because Scrum is immutable. It cannot be changed if you want the benefits of Scrum. It's written in the Scrum Guide. If you want the benefits of Scrum, you need to use Scrum, the Scrum framework as described in the latest version as per the book. As you don't have a product owner, you don't have a Scrum team. You might be using Scrum or Agile, but you can't call yourself a Scrum team. Now, I don't buy the explanation that the product or project is too technical to require a product owner. You have a product that you're building, right? Or at least you're putting something to production, to customers. You're providing some kind of value, and the role of a product owner, the core center role of a product owner, is to ensure that the team is maximizing the value being delivered to the customer. So if you're providing some sort of value, which I'm sure you're doing, you need a product owner to ensure of this effectiveness in providing value. I don't buy the explanation that you don't need a product owner. My second point is that if we go back again to the latest version of the Scrum Guide, it's clearly written that Scrum Master, developers, product owner are not roles, are not job titles, they are accountabilities. There's a list of accountabilities that should be respected by this person or group of people. In the case of a product owner, the Scrum Guide is very clear. It's a single person who has these accountabilities. You might not have a product owner in the team, or at least a job title called product owner in your organization. But can you find someone who can have these accountabilities? If you want to know what are these accountabilities, go check the latest version of the Scrum Guide. Unfortunately, we don't have time in this video to cover all these. But if you can find someone, or worst case scenario, a group of people, I know the Scrum Guide tells you a single person, but if you can find a group of people that can own these accountabilities, you can say that you have a product owner. Because remember, Scrum, the framework, if implemented correctly, as per the latest version of the Scrum Guide, you'll get the benefits of Scrum, and maybe the benefits of agility also, if you consider the Scrum framework Agile. So the assumption here is that if you follow all the accountabilities of a product owner, there's a higher chance that you'll get the benefits of Scrum. What are the core benefits of Scrum? Simply providing more value to the customer. Satisfy the customer. So even though there's no job title product owner in your organization, you can still find people, or best case scenario, a single person to play the role of the product owner or have the accountabilities of the product owner. My third point is a warning to you. Who decided that? Who decided that there should be no product owner? Remember, a Scrum team, self-organized, self-managed. There's some benefits to that. There's a reason why the team needs to be in full control of a decision, because the assumption behind that is that if they are in full control of a decision, there's a higher chance that they can provide something that the customer actually wants. And when you're robbing the team, making decisions for the team, I'm already scared. But it's not the only decision that management or someone else in the organization is making for the team, which is wrong. Who will do stakeholder management? Who will work on priorities? Who will ensure that the backlog is prioritized? Who will ensure that we are releasing things that will actually provide the highest amount of value to the customer? If a developer is playing this role in the team, accountabilities of a product owner, maybe that's too much. That's why we need a product owner. It's an important role. So how do you fix this issue? First, you find a product owner. You go talk to management. Scrum, framework, benefits, immutable, as per the book, cannot be changed, you talk with management to try to convince them that they are wrong. They should have put a product owner here. It's a risk. It's an impediment. You're preventing the customer from getting value or reducing the chance that they get value simply because you're reducing the chance of a Scrum framework to actually work. You don't have a product owner. Maybe management, the person who decided that there should be no product owner, made this decision without knowing that. So you try to convince them. If they can't be convinced, you have a bigger problem here. It simply means that you don't have control on the team. You can't make decisions in the team, but more on that later. The second thing you can do, we talked about that, find someone else to have these accountabilities. Worst case scenario, a group of people in the team can have these accountabilities. It will not be ideal because product ownership is a whole field of expertise. And having someone, a Scrum Master or a developer or a product designer in the team playing the role of a product owner, that's not easy. Especially in an environment where stakeholders are making decisions for the team. Who will do stakeholder management? Another option might also be find another product owner in the organization that can absorb your team, help your team, or at least play the role of a product owner for your team or a temporary product owner, and ensure that someone is being hired for the role of a product owner for the future also. For your team. Not an ideal solution simply because this person will have to play the role for 2 teams or even more teams, but at least you're getting someone. If this can't be done, form a group, a chapter or council of product owners and stakeholders which can play these accountabilities for the team. I'm sure there's a lot of product owners in your organization, right? Maybe one person can help, but a group can help. A council of product owners can help. Find someone or play these accountabilities in the meantime. There's something clearly wrong. This council or group of product owners need to also pressure management to make them understand that we need a product owner for this team. But no matter what option you choose, you need to be very close to a business stakeholder or customer. Remember, we're trying to provide the maximum value for this person. So no matter who plays this role, as there's no official product owner, coach them as a Scrum Master, coach them as an Agile coach. That's their number one priority, providing value. And you have more work as a Scrum Master and Agile coach simply because you need to coach them to play this product owner role. You're in a tough spot. I wouldn't want to be in your team without a product owner. It definitely reduces the effectiveness of a team from the get-go, because you don't have someone who is the owner of maximizing the value that we produce for the customer.